Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode of Soulful Ascension. My name is Linda Joy Ben, and welcome. This week, we will talk about the massive energies that are. We're already in the 8-8 portal, so the energies is going to keep building. Plus, this week, Chiron goes retrograde, so we'll talk about what that means. It's all about healing those inner wounds, and we'll talk about how you can heal those old patterns and beliefs. Plus, Mercury is still retrograde, and this is all about self reflection and retreating and slowing down. And this ties into the self reflection of who am I? And re-remembering who you are as a soul. And we'll talk about some self-love and self-forgiveness practices because this is a time of massive changes. Also, it's a powerful manifestation time. And we had the powerful new moon last week. And again, the seeds that you have planted and the thoughts that you're thinking, the words that you're speaking, every seed that you are planting will ripple out for your future and moving forward. So, not just the next 6 months, but the next 7 years. So, we'll talk more about that. And the again, grounding with the intense energy, especially with the building up to the 8-8 portal. It's just going to intensify. So grounding is critical at this time. Okay, let's get started. Sorry, I'm burning incense in the back here, and yeah, it's a different one. I feel it in my throat. Okay, August, we are heading into August this week, and it is all about massive changes. And so all your intentions that you planted last week for the new moon, this is going to just keep amplifying and building. So while you're in the self-reflection slow down time of reviewing everything in your life, well, then truly, honestly look at yourself on what habits that are still not for your highest good and destiny. Look at those behaviors that could be hurting not just your physical body but mentally. One of the habits, behaviors is this constant scrolling. Okay. And because we're bombarded with so much news and videos and different platforms, and everyone's got an opinion, I truly ask you to take a step back and be very discerning on what you are watching at this time. And as you know, with the AI can create someone's face and their voice, and then overlay it with some script. And so it's not even real, it's not authentic. So what we're going to see is more uh, those illusions are crumbling because it's about you following your truth and just see, and it's all clickbait. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff out there. It's all clickbait to get the likes and the follows and get their algorithms up, and it's so wrong. But what I encourage you is to just tap into your heart. Is this true, or does it resonate? And if you have any doubt, any off feeling, just don't even watch it. Because with the algorithms, if you're watching all the doom and gloom in the world, and a lot of it is causing separation and division, especially, different political leaders and their opinions, and all these videos on who's doing what and what they're saying, that's just causing division. And our aim and what we're moving towards for the next 7 years and beyond is unity consciousness, all coming together as one, because we are all one. We're one. All our souls are all one. We're all part of the collective. We're all part of the stars and the galaxies and the planets and everything that's going on, um, astrologically, as well as with all the planets, as well as everything that's going on in the earth. We are all part of that energy. And as you know, there's a lot of seismic activity going on in the earth. And like, look at Yellowstone with the huge, explosion of whatever that was. I saw snips, but I wasn't following it. But it was like the earth was just exploding. And so this is what's bubbling up for each and every one of us, because we're all connected energetically. And so what's coming up for you also this week, we have Chiron going retrograde. And now Chiron is all about healing those inner wounds, looking at past karma. Now, this could be past lives, it could be ancestral. I know, for myself, I came in to clear the karma from all the ancestors on my mum's side as well as my dad's side, and that was part of my agreement and contract in this life. So if that is what you put your hand up for as a soul, well, this is really taking back like self-care for you, absolute self-care for you, as this Chiron energy is really bringing up any old wounds that are left to be healed. And this could be old patterns, karmic patterns, old patterns that are hooked into the old beliefs and the old habits and the behaviors, and why do you do what you do, and who are you, who are you as a soul. And this is about remembering who you are as a soul. And this is the work that I go much deeper into in my programs as well as my coaching. And right now it's about having self-compassion for yourself, and looking at those parts of you that are fearful, looking at your inner child that's still scared, and looking at those beliefs and those programs that were created as a child, especially in the first 7 years, because this is the imprint period. And so all this was laid down, and it's all part of our karmic blueprint, right? This is what we are healing right now. So grounding is critical at this time, because more of this energy, more of the wounds, more of the shadows, more of those parts of ourselves and those blind spots are going to come to the surface, and it could cause a lot of overwhelm and anxiety and outbursts and a lot of tears, and either reacting angry, or just, yeah, a lot of anger coming to the surface, or a lot of sadness coming to the surface. So allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to shed the tears, because that's all about releasing. And this is such an important time to look at all those old patterns and release it and change the old beliefs, because everything that you planted for your new moon last week, and your new future and the new chapter that you are stepping into, all this old stuff that is still underneath the surface cannot move into our new world, our new chapter that we're moving into, our new future. So this week, I encourage you to really look at those old patterns and also have self-compassion, because we're having this human experience, and there is human behaviors that we are experiencing and going through, and but be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, and also be kind to one another. And and like I said, with the unity consciousness and coming together as one, and stop the division and separation, be kind to all your brothers and sisters out there. Doesn't matter which political party they follow, which religion they are, whatever. It's like, just show kindness to one another, because we're all on this playground together, and we're all learning and growing as a soul, and we're all making choices for our highest good and destiny. So, in regards to those choices that you're making, be very aware of the words that you are speaking, the thoughts that you're thinking, every action, every deed, everything that you are doing in this life on a daily basis. Look at, is it bringing you joy? Is it fulfilling your highest good and destiny? Is it being kind and loving to yourself? And and what energy are you putting out there in the universe? Because it's like, because we are all connected, the energy is flowing constantly. So everything that you're putting out is what you're receiving back in. So if your life is not working for you in the areas of, say, career or relationships, friendships, all that's changing. By the way, jobs and people moving houses, moving countries, moving. Like, there's just so much change happening, and just keep tuning in and following your inner guidance, and trusting your truth, and only make the choices that make you feel good and make you feel strong. And when it comes to addictive behaviors, it's like there's a cycle, and you are at a crossroads. So any addiction or any habit, it's like you're at a crossroad, which is a choice point. And if you go in one direction, the outcome will be, we'll just say the addiction is scrolling for hours on whatever platform. And it's like it just sucks you in, and 3 hours later it's like, oh my God, I need to get to sleep or whatever. So it's like, will I even lay in bed or even take my phone to bed? I recommend, do not take your phone in the bedroom. That's your sacred sleeping place. So that's one self-care practice that you can actually start right now. Have your phone turned off in another room. I leave mine out in the kitchen, and so there's no, like, it's far away from my bedroom. The other, sorry, let me just finish with the cycle. So you can go down one road, and that just repeats the old habit and pattern. Or if you make a new choice, well, then you get a new outcome. So if you don't take your phone in the bedroom, you can set your intention to sleep soundly, and do a little prayer before you go to sleep, and also thank your team, your angelic team, your God team, whoever you speak to, and thank them for everything that you achieved that day, and give gratitude, and actually thank yourself as well for everything that you've achieved, and what changes you are making. And this is just showing kindness to yourself and acknowledging yourself, and showing self-love, and just, yeah, self-respect. And it's like, yeah, high five. It's like looking in the mirror and going, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are just gorgeous. And so this is all the self-talk that we tell ourselves. So mirror work is so important. So mirror work, and saying your affirmations, and saying kind and loving things to yourself on um, a daily basis. And maybe if you're feeling a lot of anxiety, or going through a lot of turbulent times with the energies, go and speak to yourself in the mirror. And this is where the EFT tapping can come in. That's another, if you can do that in the mirror, sitting or standing in the mirror while you're doing your EFT tapping, if you are clearing some old patterns, well, then that will just help amplify, because you're looking at yourself and your eyes. And remember, the eyes are the window of the soul. So this is about you coming back to your soul and who you truly are as a soul, remembering who you are, and coming home. And that's everything I go much deeper into in the Bed Method Academy. It's like, come home to your soul. Remember who you are, and all the self-care practices, and all the healing techniques, and all the tools I've been collecting for 35 years from my spiritual teacher. That's what you will be learning and practicing. And also I keep you accountable. So it's implementing, but I'm holding your hand at the same time. So anyway, there's you can apply, because doors are open. We open on the 8th of the 8th, and I would love to see you in there and support you and keep providing you ongoing guidance on this journey called life, on this fabulous playground. So, uh, big changes. What else? When you're journaling, I recommend to actually ask the question, who am I? Who am I being? And what your new, like the new chapter that you have written, if there's some tweaks, if there's some changes that you want to make to that new chapter, and be very aware of that, especially this week. Just be very aware of what is triggering you on a daily basis, what is coming up for you, and just keep journaling, but grounding. So grounding, breath work, 4 square breathing. There's a separate video that you can do. Anytime that you feel anxiety, just calm your body down, calm your nervous system down, and just breathe. Go and stand outside on the grass or on the beach, or connect with nature. That will just help to ground. Just take 10 minutes out. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, just find some grass and find a tree, and connect with nature, and just breathe. Breathe and close your eyes, and just allow the earth energy to flow through you. And that will just help to settle your nervous system, calm your mind, calm your body down, calm your nervous system down, and release the anxiety, because anxiety is only created from our inner critic and our thoughts, the negative thoughts and the limiting beliefs that create a story that puts that story out there in the future. And the outcome of that story is not that uplifting. So you get to write your whole new story, a new chapter. And this is one of the exercises that I include in the 5-day discovery. And again, you can find that on my website, lindabenn.com. And it's just 5 days where I take you through these different exercises. And it's a really fun 5 days of transformation in a very short time. And so jump on, and the link is on my website for that. So look at those parts of you that are highlighted this week, and journal on that. And if you need support, reach out to a practitioner, a therapist, a friend, or whoever you trust. Reach out for help to help you with these parts, to integrate it so you come back into alignment with who you truly are. And that's one of the tools I use when I'm doing my coaching, looking at those blind spots, looking at those lost parts and the parts that are confused or in conflict, that's causing mental conflict, causing these unnecessary behaviors, habits, patterns that are destructive, that are hurting your body. Sometimes I bring in hypnotherapy. It just depends on the actual individual, what's going on. But one of my abilities is identifying what the root cause is and what the trauma is, the deep core issue. And that's what we clean up. So some people get triggered, because I just identify it straight away. So a lot of it is inner child work. And so this is why I said the more you can connect with your inner little girl or boy, do your mirror work. Be kind and gentle to yourself and nurturing. Again, this is what my Benn method is, balance, energy, nurture, and nourish. It's about self-love for your soul, self-love and nurturing and loving and accepting you, and all those parts of you, all the blind spots, and bringing all of that into one. And you are healed, whole, and healthy, and loving every part of you, loving all your quirky bits. So, and this is the whole why we're here on this journey of self-discovery and finding out. It's like, oh, I've got this, because we're all born with this unique blueprint. We all have a different birth chart. We all came in as unique souls in order to learn and grow. And every single one of us had agreements and contracts before we came into these physical bodies in order to learn. And so this is where our astrology chart, our human design, the gene keys, I mean, these are all tools that show us our blueprint. You can also look at numerology. I look at all of these aspects because it's like we are all unique. We all have an inner genius, and we're all here to shine our light and to be the love that we are. And so when you return to the love that you are, that's where your joy amplifies. That's why my tagline is regain your joy, because when you are in alignment with the love that you are, you just shine your light. You shine just so much love and light out into the world, and you are joyful. It's just a natural expression of who you are. And so that's our goal, of all being in that state of beingness, being in that state of mind, and cleaning up anything that is draining our energy and not joyful. Okay, so look at any resistance that's coming up, because you know the saying, what you resist persists. And because any resistance of change is going to hurt you. This can manifest in your physical body as pain. If you keep ignoring it, it can move into illness or even worse, disease. So if you have been ignoring something for a very long time, well, it will manifest in the physical body as an ailment. And then you can look at the physical body of that area, and that will identify exactly what the thoughts created and the pattern and the belief that created the illness and disease. So again, this is what I go much deeper into in the academy, as well as the coaching, and there's more information on my website. So focus on the positive changes. There's so much to be grateful for. This is such a beautiful world that we live in. Though with the energy, you get more of what you focus on. So focus on all the positivity in the world. Focus on how many amazing souls are waking up, and we're all on this human evolution of consciousness and evolving and ascending and awakening. It's so exciting. And so never before have we got to this point. So it's like we are all going through this together, and this is where the coming together and being in unity consciousness, being in unity with one another, and together is so important, because we are all going through this together. And so anything that is low vibration, i.e., those videos, the negativity, the judging, the criticizing, the pointing fingers and blaming, anything that's causing division and separation is low vibration. It's fear mongering, and it's creating a lot of fear and anxiety and doubt and doom and gloom, and it's all low vibration. Remove yourself from it and focus on all the beauty outside. Go to a park, admire the flowers. And I was in the city last week, and the hibiscus flowers are all just blooming. It was so beautiful. So take yourself to a park, look at all the beauty around you, and that's a great place to journal or just sit and read. Okay, the more you can connect with nature and just feel what's coming up for you, because the more you can be at peace, the easier this rebirth will be, the easier the this breakthrough, because it's like the old world is crumbling, the illusion is crumbling, and it's like, like I mentioned, Yellowstone in the US, all that bubbling up. It's like the bubble has to burst for a lot of situations that are happening globally, and also within individuals as well. So allow the breakthrough to happen. Allow, yourself to just cry and be on the floor, and allow yourself to just feel and reach out for support if you need it, because the energy is just going to keep building, building. We got the 8-8 portal, it's on Friday. And then the full moon is on the 9th of August. And so this energy on this day is going to be massive. And I'll talk more about that next week. And so look at you, look at the where you are limiting yourself, and look at those limitations where you hold yourself back and you're limiting yourself. And that comes back to the limiting beliefs, okay, that are keeping you stuck. So look at all those limitations where there is any fear, and journal on that, and really dive deep into why, where does it come from, what's the root cause, and what created this pattern or belief. And so the more you can just pull back your energy and have some quiet time to journal, then you will again discover more about you. And if you prefer to work with a therapist, reach out. There's lots of people that do inner work and coaching and different types of therapy. So reach out for those who resonate with you. Okay. Also, the other thing is looking at the power struggles within you, because some people have an inner war happening. Yes, there's war happening in the external world, but this is a reflection of what's going on internally for you. So again, this is why the more you can clean up these parts that are causing the chaos within you, causing all these symptoms of sleepless nights and anxiety and rage and overwhelm and, just going all just things aren't flowing, okay? And when it's out of alignment, it will cause a lot of disruption. And if that's happening or inside your head and your thoughts, well, this is a time to just pull back and go, whoa, okay, what's going on? And if it's really deep seated, I strongly recommend reach out for help, okay, and get support from others that you trust. So let's choose an angel card in regards to, it's 111, new beginnings. New beginnings. So I'm in Brisbane, Australia, and happy Monday. So 111 is new beginnings. And just remember, the universe is got a greater plan for all of us. So again, just trust, and just all the seeds that you planted for your new moon intentions and your goals, and just say, this or something better, because maybe the universe has got something better waiting for you. Okay, and just trust that. So just plant those seeds of intentions, and then let it go on the best possible outcome for your highest good and destiny. Though follow those urges that you get. This is the inner guidance from your team in spirit, and they're always guiding you, showing you, teaching you, and urging you. It's like, hey, come over here, come over here. And sometimes it's like, I don't know why I'm here, but I just felt to come over here. And so that's why. So this card, perfect. Sacred plan. Sacred plan. What a beautiful card too. So these are the Kyle Gray cards, and the sacred plan is if you were trying to force a plan into action, the angelic guidance is to back down and trust in the greater good. Often, when something isn't happening for us, we're frustrated, but that's only because we don't see that our perfect plan is unfolding. When your ideas or plans go wrong, trust that the universe has a greater plan for you. And the greater plan isn't something that has already been chosen for you, it's more of a culmination of all of your life's intentions, prayers, and actions washing back towards you with opportunities and experiences. So call on your angels to light up the path ahead. You may feel that you are facing the unknown, but know that you are always guided and protected. So isn't that just what I just said? The universe has a greater plan for you, and your intentions are in the hands of God. So that is just, I love how, these are just confirmations, and I love just the confirmation of the messages. So, um, and you have been given the incredible gifts of free will, and therefore your thoughts, deeds, actions, and intentions are in some way going into the universe and curating the experiences, opportunities, and energies that are flowing in and out of your life. Well, that's what we just talked about. Everything that you are thinking, feeling, putting out there, your thoughts, actions, your intentions, the stories that you tell energetically just create this flow of energy, because that's how the energy works. It's like this circle of reciprocity, and that's how the abundance flows as well. And so any restriction and resistance is created from the thoughts. So the thoughts that created the fear create the blocks that create the flow that stops the flow of the abundance. So if there's any thoughts or any pain in your body that's created from the thoughts, it's like, look at the pattern that created it in the first place. And when it comes to any bodily conditions, this is where I recommend Ina Segal has a great book, The Secret Language of Your Body. There's also Louise Hay and Annette Noontil, The Body is the Barometer of the Soul. So they're old books that I've had for many decades, and they're like my Bible. So anything that's happening in the physical body, it has a meaning on what you created in your mind. So this is the power of the mind, and how you have the power to change whatever those thoughts are. And this is your opportunity this week to clean up those old thoughts and those old patterns and those old beliefs. So I'm cheering you on. I'm sending you so much love and many blessings and big hugs to you all. Thank you for following. Thank you for sharing this with others. And I look forward to seeing you next week for another episode. And I'll be traveling next week, but I will be, I'll do the episode before I go away. So much love, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Any questions, let me know and send me a private message. Okay.